A lot of people like to underestimate the amount of loser women that exist amongst us. The girls that are always saying a woman that doesn't have any female friends is a red flag are just not that.
The same way we have loser men, that is the same way we have women that are losers as well. And in as much as we're trying to decenter men, we also need to be able to identify some women that are losers and that can drag us down, right? So I want to show you the video of this lady that was talking about the things to watch out on women that are losers.
A lot of people like to underestimate the amount of loser women that exist amongst us. The girls that are always saying a woman that doesn't have any female friends is a red flag are just not that. You clearly don't understand and haven't experienced the lengths that women will go to try to destabilize you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and even sometimes physically when they are envious of something you have. When you are confident, intelligent, beautiful, and have a magnetic energy about yourself, these loser women will do their best in an attempt to destabilize you and destroy what they don't understand. Here are the top 3 losers that I have attracted in my lifetime. Number 1, the male-centered thought. This girl is completely and utterly boy crazy in every aspect, most likely stemming from the fact that she's fatherless or has some type of wounded masculine energy in her life. She will put you in positions and situations that could be unsafe, all for the validation of a man. Number 2, the copycat and the one that would literally wear my skin if I were to shed it. All of these women have low self-esteem and lack identity, but this one in particular will attach themselves to you to learn from you and literally copy and imitate every single thing you do while simultaneously building resentment because they know they will never be the original. And then the clout-chasing opportunist. She will use you for your resources and connections to people. Stay away from the hood rats, stay away from the whores, stay away from the girls that perceive you to be high maintenance because you take care of yourself. Stay away from the people pleasers. Stay away from the girls that cheat on their boyfriends for no reason because you're next. Stay away from the liars. Stay away from the gossipers. Stay away from the girls that are friends with people that don't like you for no reason. And especially stay away from the ones that are quiet when you win. Since you all loved my last video about the different types of loser women to stay away from, let me give you all another list. The woman whose self-worth is built on her sexual experience or the lack thereof. This woman feeds off of purity culture and being untouched, or the opposite, she is sexually promiscuous and likes to pioneer off of having good punani. Women with no structure. She doesn't take care of her body, she has no skincare routine, she doesn't go to the gym, and she eats unhealthy. Since we're all mirrors in a way, she will look at you and convince herself that you think that you're better than her when she thinks that you're better than her, all because you prioritize self-care. Women that like to triangulate you with other women. You guys will start off with a very close relationship, then she'll befriend another woman who most likely doesn't like you, then start being close with her, then very blatantly make it very clear that she is prioritizing her instead of you, and so what she wants you to do is try to fight for her validation and her attention. Do not do that. Stay away from women like that. I've experienced numerous amounts of loser women throughout my lifetime and probably will continue to experience more as long as I live and breathe. I think the most egregious time that I've experienced a group of loser women ganging up on me was back in 2023, my freshman year, when I was participating in a pageant at North Carolina Central University. Yeah, I uploaded a story time series about that on my YouTube channel, so if you want to watch it, go ahead. But yeah, that was my most egregious time, like when I really found out that I was really that girl. So I know what I'm talking about. The women that jokingly insult you. Oh, you're so stupid, haha, you're so annoying, haha. Oh, your outfit is so ugly, haha. They meant that. I think I may have already mentioned this, but stay away from women that never show up for you, but show up for everyone else. When it's their event, they will invite everyone except for you, or if it's an event of yours, they will not show up to your event, but if you go to someone else's event, like a mutual friend, you will always see them there. The ones that post their other friends but never post you, compliment their other friends but never compliment you. Overall, stay away from women that do not have active relationships with the Holy Spirit. The thing that all of these loser women have in common is the spirit of Jezebel, the spirit of Judas, and a lack of a connection with their creator.
Have you had any experiences with losers before? Kindly share your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I have full reaction to share with you on this. Then I'll share my own opinion at the end of the videos.
I just seen a video by the creator Orchid Mommy, and she was talking about how a lot of women are losers. Like, we don't usually call women losers, but a lot of women are losers for the simple fact that they don't want to be anything, they don't want to do anything with their lives, yet they hate on and try to tear down women who do. And she used the word destabilize, which describes perfectly how loser women will literally try to trick you out of your spot, make you feel like you're doing something wrong or you are wrong because you're confident or because you don't need the group's validation. These are the type of women who will never check each other like in a genuine way. Maybe passively they be doing little weird stuff to each other, but they will never hold each other accountable for real. They never check each other. They never give each other criticism, constructive criticism to be a better woman, but instead they commune and they build bonds by hating on the next person that doesn't need their validation, that doesn't want to be a part of their group. Even today, I walked into a restaurant, forgot something in my car, so I had to go back out to my car and come back in. And these two girls were literally staring at me walking in. They seen me come in the first time, and I guess they decided the second time they were going to like simultaneously stare at me as I walked by. And it's just like, if you're gossiping, if you're talking shit about me, that's one thing. But loser women will try to make sure you know that they're talking about you and make sure that you know that they don't mess with you for whatever reason or they don't like you even. And sometimes they do it in a joking way, but you still feel that bit of like truth behind the joke. You know what I mean? Women are really losers. Like, believe it or not, women are losers.
A lot of women have loser energy because there is a high incentive for a woman to be a loser. This is why when you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, you have women over here making fun of you because you don't want to eat pizza and chicken wings and candy all goddamn day. This is the reason why when you're complaining about your man, the loser friend that you have wants you to stay being a loser by reminding you of the two good things that your man does. He's a good man, Savannah. It's loser energy that women possess. Women bond with one another over being losers because it gives them an excuse to remain small and to remain mediocre. And loser women still get all the benefits of life. Women are allowed to be losers. And men know this. This is another reason why men are also very jealous of women, because women get to be losers and they can still get pretty far in life by being a loser. Which is why, as a woman, when you're not a loser and you start hanging around loser ass women, or maybe you work around loser ass women, you are going to constantly find yourself having to hide your high caliber. You're going to constantly have to hide the sense of superiority that these women might sense on you. You're going to constantly find yourself having to water yourself down. That way you don't stand out. That way they don't feel like a loser. The reason why a lot of women don't feel like a loser is because they're in company with other loser women that are trying to make sure that everyone stays comfortable by staying a loser. Because a really easy way for me to know if a woman is a loser is based off of how many friends she has. A woman that has a lot of friends is a loser to me. I'm sorry. There is no way that you are considering that many people your friend and you're not a loser. Because there is no way that you are going to be able to fully ascend when you have that many people in your corner. And there's not a lot of people to a high varying degree of ascension that can get that far, even if they group themselves together. They may be a part of a community. Like, for instance, wealthy people don't have friends. Wealthy people have a community. So, like, when you reach a level of wealth, you're like a part of a cult. Like, wealthy people don't look around and say, like, oh, like, we're friends. You know what I mean? They're talking about, like, their peers. They're looking at each other as if they're peers. Like, oh, that's my business partner. Or, oh, like, that's my assistant. Loser women are typically going to befriend you because they see that you're a loser, or they see that you're not a loser, and they want to facilitate you into becoming a loser like them, because that's the community that they want to build. They want to build community around being a loser and not accomplishing anything, and reducing themselves to playing small. So whenever you talk about how high your standards are, how you don't want to go out on a date, how you feel as though the quality of men today aren't good enough, they're going to project their loserness onto you and say that your standards are too high, that you're too picky. Only one of us has the loser energy where we would even want to entertain what is currently out there in the dating pool, or with a job, or with a car, or your living situation, etc., etc. The loser energy in women is always going to keep everybody small. Loser energy is also what's going to have women gang up on you and talk shit about you, try to sabotage you, try to outcast you, because they see you as being superior. They understand that you're not a loser. And so because they have friendships with other women who are also losers, they're going to sit here and try to make you feel bad because you're not a loser, because you expect more from yourself, because you have a high standard within yourself. The price of not being a loser woman is the fact that you are going to have to get comfortable with doing most things alone.
There are always going to be signs. There's no how somebody's going to pretend for a very long time that you will not see a tiny little red flag or signs that this person, you will see it, you will sense it. And I feel like the moment you start seeing and sensing it, I feel like that is best time. If you cannot handle the red flag or the signs, just end the friendship and stay on your lane. That is just the best. The goal is not to have so many friends. So I have a friend in this country, I have a friend in this state, I have a friend in this street. The goal is not to have so many friends. The goal is just to have just one friend you have. You know that you have one or two that got your back, but of you got each other's back, you know, very tight. It's not just having so many friends and trying to please everybody, and because some women that are losers, if you've actually been with a friend that is a loser, most of them can be very jealous of you, can be very competitive. Once you start seeing that little signs from those type of friends, it doesn't end well. It doesn't always end well. Once you start seeing a friend that is always very jealous of you, always very anything you do, they want to do it, not in a good way, but in a I can do it better than you, or I feel like it's going to look good better on me, in a competitive way. Once you're doing something, they want to do it as well in a competitive way. They don't want to support you. They are also pick me's when it comes to men. They center their life around men. Once you're around this kind of friend, it doesn't always end well. Trust me. Once you see the signs, the very first sign, and you see that this person, once you're already having that tiny doubt about that friend, it doesn't always end well. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to talk the person to be a better person, it doesn't always end well, because that their character will still come out and they still want to pull you down or drag you down with them. So I personally believe that yes, there are loser women everywhere. You just have to be careful. In as much as we want to discenter men, in as much as we're trying to be happy and all of that, we need to also be careful of the kind of friends or the kind of women that we associate with, or that you call your very close friend, or you want to be friends with, if that makes sense. What is your take on this video, you guys? Can you share your thoughts about this video down in the comment section? Respectfully, as always, your girl Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.